Welcome to 2 on the 10.
We back 2 on the 10, baby. First, Paul, I'm Mitch.
Greedy Nick.
Greedy. You know what time it is, baby? Another week. Another 2 on the 10.
Hey, I just got to send a quick shout out to the girl at Circle K that said she loved my hat.
Oh, really?
Working Circle K, working hard. Shout out to you, girl. Thanks for the love on the greedy hat.
Are you sure it was a girl?
Yeah.
And she working in Circle K?
She was working Circle K. Hey, she got
Inside or outside?
You sure she wasn't asking for change out front?
No, she was the register. She checked my ID for my drink and said, "I really like your hat." I was like, "They coming on sale soon. Don't worry. Check them out."
We definitely gotta get that rolling. We'll look at it. We'll look at
Yeah,
it.
we'll get our merch, you know.
All right, but hey, let's get right into it. Grady, since we up here talking about you first. How was your weekend, man?
It was good. We took a little excursion out to I haven't been there in a long time. Dave and Buster's.
Okay.
My girl's work had a little party.
Well, now you ruined my weekend segment because I was there too.
Mitch was there. We played some games. We got to watch the UFC fights. Her boy Brandon Royval.
That was dope.
Wow,
That was so dope.
Really?
And took out Brandon Moreno in the decision. A great fight.
Can we clap that
Clap it
up?
up for it. Yeah.
Hey, first of all, I gotta say this. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to jump your story. But so me and Chris went, and we're like, setting up, waiting to watch. Dave and Buster's actually showed the UFC fight. No trip, and it was so cool because Nick's girl Ariel's like drinks were all comped and everything, so we had hella drink tickets. So we're sitting there watching UFC, drinks, food, everything, and then we snagged a table. I remember I found us a table right by the TV too. So it was like we didn't even have to go anyplace else after the party was over.
Okay.
So we're watching the fight, and I'll just say this, man. It was an amazing experience, one for the record books, because especially I just was like, hey Nick, I'm gonna give Nick his props, Greedy, for one.
Greedy.
I'm like, hey, what do you think about this fight, man? Because I'm looking at him, I'm like, I know a little bit about him, but I was like, man, is it really? Because it was like plus 265.
Okay.
And he goes, man, it's a 50-50 fight, man. He's like, and I'll just say, okay, I'm in. First of all, I was going to just throw money just to support and just to have, a horse in the fight and to just cheer with Ariel and Nick.
Right.
And so me and Chris were watching it with money on the, So anyway, I'll let Nick tell the rest. But it was fun.
Yeah. So and it was cool because one of the sites had like 100% boost.
Okay.
So they doubled your winnings. So
Right.
it was good. I put a few bucks on him. Made a few bucks that night. It was nice.
Me too.
But he fought.
okay. I was
He
make
fought
sure
the guy in Mexico City.
Uh-huh.
And that the other guy, Brandon Moreno, is from Mexico, so it was like a pro Moreno crowd. And the end of the fight, it's it's a close fight, but we think he probably won. But I'm like, is that because I got money on him? You always look at things a little differently when you got money on the fight. Right. But so we're watching, and I'm like, and they announced, and we can't hear because the volume, they don't have the volume going in the Dave and Buster's, and there's shit going on everywhere. So I could read the lips, and I see one guy had it for Royval, one guy had it for Moreno, and then they go in, blah, blah, blah. And then I see Royval kind of like turns and goes, damn, like, and then all of a sudden the referee grabs his hand and lifts his hands up, and he turns and like just the shock on his face was like, oh shit, they gave it to me.
And the shock on our face was, oh shit, we won.
They gave it to me in Mexico City. I'm sure that's what he thought.
Pause.
So that was dope. I mean,
Pause, senor.
he fought out here a couple years ago, like 2 years ago. He fought here in Phoenix, and we went out and watched his fight, and he won that fight too.
Okay.
So that was pretty dope.
So what is this his biggest fight to date?
No, so just about a month ago, he fought for the title.
Okay.
And he lost a 5-round decision. The guy he fought was better on the ground and just kind of held him down.
Gotcha.
So he on stand up. I think in his division he can battle anybody.
Okay.
He can throw with anybody. He can take a punch. I've seen him get rocked, come back and just destroy somebody. So.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and so it sounds like he's going to get a rematch on that title. There's only 2 people that have ever beat him. It's the guy he fought for the title, or in the UFC, I should say,
And his mom.
and the guy he beat last week. So that was their second fight.
Oh, really? The second fight? Okay.
The only reason he lost the first fight, I feel, is he got hit and he dislocated his shoulder during the fight.
Okay.
And they had to pop it back into place. And when it popped out, he like fell to the ground and the guy just ground and pounded him.
Right.
And he was like in excruciating pain. They like popped it back in the ring like after the fight was over. But prior to that, he was kind of controlling it, and kind of what he did in this fight where he kind of controlled the stand up, took it to the guy. The other guy was kind of just running around trying to counter.
Right.
And, for a lot of the fight, I'm like, he's throwing like 10 punches to every one the other guy throws.
Well, he was aggressive, and he had to be. He needed every one of those punches. I mean, he was seriously. It was pretty crazy because I was a little frustrated, and obviously I'm biased too on who I'm betting on,
right.
And Errol and Nick's friend. But watching that fight, I was pissed because the favorite was literally just dancing and hiding and ducking and dodging the whole fight. He'd pick his moments to come in and engage, but he was literally running the whole fight.
It looked like he was just looking for that one punch.
Yeah.
He wasn't like mixing it up. Even when they went to the ground, he like scrambled to get back up real quick every time.
Yeah.
And then for a while, he was just holding him. Like the whole last round, all he did was just like hold him. And so victory.
That shit was fun. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that shit was fun.
I would love to. I don't know how often he gets out to AZ, but I'd love to get him on the podcast sometime.
Yeah, well, that's what you're
Ariel's like, oh yeah, you got to get him on, but I don't know if he ever gets out to AZ again. I'm sure he would.
Or we figure out how to do video.
Yeah, hey,
Hey, just so you know, 2 on the 10's not too techie. Even though this guy even though we got an IT department person, he works on like Atari games or something.
So the one other funny story from this weekend. So I took my girl for the first time to Mi Casitas, the taqueria in Chandler.
Okay.
Oh, that's amazing.
And
How'd it go?
it was good. She got the cabezas tacos, which I told her was shredded beef, but it's actually the
you need to get more cabeza.
It's the head of the cow.
Oh shit!
Where they get the meat from. So
wow.
And then
The brain?
yeah, well, it's not. It's the head. So. But Scotty started messing with her, going, "You're eating cow brains," and she was freaking out. She loved it. She thought it was good when she ate it. She's like, "It's just a little fatty," and then, then she found out that it was cow head. And
that's funny.
Wasn't too happy about that, but I wasn't gonna tell her up front because she would have never ordered it.
Right.
But she's like, "I want shredded beef." I'm like, "They got shredded beef right there." Right. So that's what she ordered. Oh man.
Terrible.
I hope she don't listen to this. I am wearing the shirt today.
Oh, look at it.
Wow. Hey.
2 on the 10 first. We may have to blur out. We don't have the exclusive rights to these images. So,
Hey, what's
although
funny?
I did take a few of them.
Hey, these shirts, aerial records for the 99 and the 2000.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
That's all. That's
Boys, juvenile.
Make me say, na. That whole era.
Hey, she's made me say a few times.
Oh, on the toilet?
No.
You never heard of a bumpkin? No, I'm just like,
Oh, jeez.
Hey, you in some freaky shit. I want to know what you and Chris be doing.
No. Hey,
No. We don't be doing that.
I read about that
You read about that? Okay.
in Time magazine.
Wow.
I'm going to.
On that note, that's my weekend, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm definitely going to have to look that one up, you nasty bastard. Anyway. Big Ed.
I'm not sure we want to know about his weekend.
Exactly. Yeah. And you and the bumpkins. That's going to be your new name. What you got going on this weekend? Nasty bastard, you.
So
we get back on the rails. We've gone off the rails a little bit.
So
Yeah, cock, second mother.
Hey, we just got to get that right where that part is on the video. We just have to have him like bleep it out with like one of those little. Please stand by. Yeah, we're gonna have to edit that shit in.
Definitely.
So weekend. Let me think. Damn. You know what's crazy? Since me and Chris moved in, like I can't recall my weekends like as clearly as I used to be.
Really? Because they're not that memorable?
No, it actually just seems like we're always doing so much stuff. It's like we literally like work like it's crazy. Like work and then go do shit afterwards. And you know what's crazy is I don't want to say everything, but like we live very close to one of my favorite spots.
Right.
Very close to walking distance to one of my favorite spots.
The Moose Lounge.
So
One of his favorite spots. One of his favorite
So-
watering holes.
so here's what's crazy. You know, we were talking about
you walk there?
Yes.
Have you walked there?
Yes. And in fact, that's,
I'm sure he walked home too,
here's the thing.
I don't know if
You
he's
walk
walking.
there and back.
or stumbling home.
Here's the crazy part. You know when your justification systems in your mind go, okay, well, you know what? Let's just, instead of going to the gym, let's just walk to the moose.
Walk these calories off
Exactly.
as we're drinking.
But you're adding extra ones, you know?
Right.
So we've been, walking back, and the weather's beautiful right now.
Yeah, right.
Walking there, drinking, walking back, whatever. And then, let me think. Obviously, over the weekend, we met up with Nick. That was cool. That was really cool. And man, not gonna lie though, we woke up on Saturday morning, and one of the bartenders at the Moose, a shout out to Danielle, she's super cool. She works on Saturdays at one of my favorite breakfast spots. It's called Gio's Toast. It's actually in Apache Junction.
Right.
And I'm telling you right now, place is amazing, bro. It's probably my favorite breakfast spot.
Okay.
At least out in AZ. I mean, no wrong. There's some foo-foo ones. There's some ones that keep the party going, like the Sunday brunch stuff.
Yeah.
But we're talking just overall. They, I guess it used to be, and it's over in like it's kind of crazy because it's like I don't know, the far edge by the mountain type shit, like before the hills have eyes, and it's off on Broadway, but it's on a side street, so it's like in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
But pretty dope, and it's packed. It's packed. Like we walked in on Saturday just on a whim, and there was literally 20 people waiting to sit down.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, let's just check the bar. And then the guys were, there's no seats at the bar. And so Chris goes, I'll go check just in case. And there were 2 seats right at the bar with Danielle.
Right.
So we're like, what's up, Danielle? Oh shit, you guys came through. Like, and I've been there about 3 or 4 times. In fact, I used to, when I ride, we'll go do a ride there and then hit like, the mountains and shit. And I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna go on record saying that place probably has the best French toast.
Really?
Yeah, they they almost like take a flame to it. Like it's crazy. They almost like torch it. Like, so it's got like a burnt, but they do something special to it. And then the girl that owns it, the lady that owns it, excuse me, her parents used to own the restaurant. Okay. And I guess she went to culinary school. And then she came back and like started flipping the script on shit, So she does this syrup of like agave and other shit. Like they will never give the recipe, and they always give you like one little, you're like, I need some more syrup. But their French toast is money. Their pancakes are money. I got the chicken fried. I got the what's it called? Chicken fried steak with white gravy.
Oh wow.
A skillet. Oh my god, amazing.
Was it all over your mouth?
No.
Chin?
No, nothing like that.
The beard?
No, nothing like that. I'm a very clean eater.
No. No bumpkins in the bathroom.
Blumpkins. So
Sounds like a creature from Wizard of Oz. Blumpkins came.
Well, I ain't gonna let him down on this one, but keep going.
hey, so that place is amazing. Oh, they had one of the best drinks. They called it the Lost Dutchman coffee.
Okay.
First of all, I did not know Jameson did a cold brew.
Really?
Yeah, Jameson does a cold brew.
Shit.
Can we clap that up, please?
Oh, yeah.
That's
nice.
earth shattering. That's earth shattering.
Good job.
First of all, yeah, they're first off, you go there, get their Lost Dutchman coffee. You can have it hot or cold.
Okay.
I took it cold. Fuck, money. It's almost as similar, almost just as good as the espresso martini over at what's it called?
Born and Bred.
Yeah, Born and Bred. Yeah.
There you go.
And so worth going. I'm telling you, just check that place out. Amazing. So we'll go there. So obviously on the Saturday night, went and plus we were heading back after playing the video games. And I'll tell you this, man. Thank you again for the invite. Thank you to Ariel. Yeah. We were so tired. I don't know what it was because we had drinks, and then we hit the Moose, and then we went back. We're watching a movie, and we're like, let's take a nap. And we're like, oh, we got to meet Ariel and Nick, and all of a sudden we're like, it's 6, and I called you. I'm like, we just got here. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind, because I remember at first it was like 4 o'clock maybe, and I'm like, oh shit. So free games, Dave & Buster's with the wristbands all night, free drinks all night, and food. I mean, and then the UFC fight.
That's crazy.
And at first we're like, we're so tired, dang, but fuck it, we sucked. Pause. I was gonna say we sucked it up. Pause. And went out and had a great time. And then the funny part is like we were so tired afterwards. I'm like, man. And even though we're right down the street, we drive by. No, I'm not even stopping. I'm not stopping in the Moose. Nope. Went straight home. And then so it was cool. Trying to think. I honestly do not recall Sunday, even though it's probably just movies, and I think I had to take my mom out, and stuff like that. think I had to do Angie's Lobster again, which, by the way,
But so I gotta say, so my my future brother-in-law just came into town, right? He's here for 10 days, and so first of all, we went to Angie's Lobster. I'm thinking this is a sit-down place because off your pictures, I saw a table or something like that. So I was like, hey, he just got off the flight. I was like, hey, let's go catch this. Didn't realize we got one right down the street from me, like 10 minutes down the road, so I'm definitely going to fuck with it. But we went over there, didn't realize. So we're kind of like stuck with deer in our headlights, because we never been there before. But
everything's so fast.
Everything. Yeah. That's the thing I got to tell you. If you've never been there, kind of like read up on the menu or something.
Do your homework.
Yeah, do your homework.
You won't be overwhelmed. It ain't in
Yeah, because it's not, because it does come up fast. It's like, it's kind of like coffee on steroids to me, you know what I'm saying?
So the menu freak out.
Yeah, because they have so many options, and then you got so many cars in line. It's like, fuck, you got to hurry up and order. You know what I'm saying?
It's like going to the best strip club in Vegas.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
I'm joking.
Nah, definitely not. But we get up there, and I try to think back of what we talked about on the podcast, and so of course I got the shrimp, we got the lobster.
The crab roll? No.
Yeah, we got all three.
Bro, the crab roll for $8 is the most amazing.
So what was so amazing to me, I didn't know it comes on my favorite toast is Texas toast.
Yeah.
That's why I love going there.
Don't mess with Texas.
But Texas toast, and so it comes on this Texas toast bun with so of course, like I said, you can't eat inside. So we pull off to this, just pull off one of the little parking spots. But we fucking fucked that food.
Yeah.
It was really, it's
amazing.
It's definitely going to be a guilty pleasure if I
better than Red Lobster, right?
Come on,
better than Red Lobster.
Fuck is wrong? I don't even think Red Lobster to me, food is plastic. You know what I'm saying? I used to think. Here's the thing: you don't know what you don't know what you're eating until you start eating good food.
Is it better than Sizzler though?
Yes, it's better than Sizzler.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: is like when I was growing up, fucking Red Lobster was the shit. It was like Ocean's 44 to me. Then I got older. I was like, what is this plastic?
Hey, people listening at home, it's okay if you still love Red Lobster. It's fine. I have to take my mom there every once in a while for the all-you-can-eat shrimp. So
Okay.
And the cheddar biscuits.
Here's the thing. I'll put myself on blast too. I told you. I think I said that like one of the beginning of these podcast episodes is one of my guilty pleasures is Olive Garden. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Best Italian food ever.
Wow. I didn't say it's best ever, but I just say
but I'm saying because Nick's authentic Italian.
Yeah.
From New York through Arizona.
But their fucking chicken parm and breadsticks are fucking fire. You know what I'm saying? And if I want to pull up there real quick and get it to go, shit.
I'll tell you this. I will say the word that I think fits Olive Garden perfect: comfort food.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely comfort food.
I'll just say it's a step up from Fazoli's. So.
Hey, I'm just saying they got some good chicken parm.
By the way, they did open a Fazoli's in Mesa.
Did they now?
River View right over there off of Dobson.
Hey, I'm going to keep it 1,000. That was my daughter's favorite spot when she'd come out here all the time.
Really?
Yeah. When she was like, can we go to Fazoli's every time? And then they got rid of him and she started crying.
Yeah.
She was
Now
like,
they got it back. Maybe she'll come back.
Yeah.
Baby, come back.
Wow.
Speaking of daughters, my daughter is back this weekend, but we'll talk about that on my stuff. So, what else?
So we did some Angie's. My mom got Angie's. I had to make sure, because I was hanging out with her. We did Angie's Lobster for a second.
Yeah.
So I did the crab, and amazing. I'm telling you, have you been yet, Nick?
Not yet.
You have to.
I know.
They have one. So Nick, just to let you know, they got one down off Queen Creek and
Gilbert.
Gilbert. Yeah.
I thought it wasn't open until the 18th of March.
Nah, I seen people in the fucking drive-thru.
They're waiting till the 18th.
Nah, I saw like, what the fuck?
Hey,
I seen
the food is that, and then
I didn't know what it was. That's why I kept passing it. I saw the lobster there. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? But now I know what it is. I'm gonna go over there and fuck that food up though.
But yeah, so another weekend, typical, whatever. It's pretty cool. I had a few people call me about food spots. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, you did about Angie's Lobster,
Yeah.
And then I had my boy Jake hit me up. He goes, "Hey, bro, I'm on Power Road. I need a pizza spot." And he goes, yeah. And he goes, I go, "What kind of pizza?" Me, I'm like, "Do you want Chicago thin crust, deep dish?
Yeah.
Do you want New York? Do you want chain? What kind of pizza do you want? Detroit? What we kind of?" He goes, "The best pizza." I go, "The best pizza? How far you want to go?" 10 miles. It's me, my girl, and my daughter. And their daughter's like 20-something.
Where'd you send them?
All right, I send them.
Please don't send them. If you say it starts with a G,
No. Hey, let me just say this. I send him to Pizzicato.
Okay.
All right.
And,
Okay.
And he hits me back, and I go, get the Pizzicato, the Roman-style Pizzicato, and then I go, and either get the Alfredo Pizzicato or get the fire pizza, which is different, and get the Gucci, you know? I mean, and then so they did the Gucci and they did the Pizzicato Roman-style. He goes, the Pizzicato, and he's a foodie. He knows his stuff. He's one of Duck Hopkins' boys.
Okay.
So, you know, they go out to their spots.
Right.
When he hits me and just, you know, like, he's like, bro, 9.3 out of 10. Fucking
Really?
amazing.
Wow.
Like, you know, my daughter was crunching the crust and smiling the whole time. Like,
Yeah, I mean, when the crust is so good, that's when you know the pizza good.
Hey, okay,
you know what I'm
Nick,
saying? When the butter,
I took that for your birthday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was dope.
It was really good, right?
Yes. It was good.
Worth going.
All right.
It's a different style too. It's not
Yeah.
like the normal style pizza you're gonna get.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah, really good flavor too.
What's it called?
It's called Pizzicato.
Pizzicato.
It's the
That's
new
all-
restaurant.
that's
It's the new restaurant at Painted Mountain Golf Resort.
Oh, okay. Got you.
We talked about it before on the show, but,
Yeah.
but no, he said, hey, where you want to go? And then the Gucci pizza, don't get me wrong, he goes, I'd say 7.8, you know, but the Gucci pizza was like a fire pizza.
Yeah.
So it takes like 1 minute, 2 minutes to cook. It had like Italian cheese from Italy, Italian cheese, and then Italian chorizo. So it's got a little like super cheesy and spicy.
Okay.
That was money too, but he goes, that other pizza, that crust is so phenomenal. Which, by the way, let me jump into something else, and my weekend's over. Is the first person that did Roman style pizza out here, and we talked about him on the show before, is my boy Justin Piazza, right? With La Piazza Pizza. So anyway, and he's been on Guy Fieri's show about 2 or 3 times, and won Triple D, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And Nick, remember you went there? Amazing, right?
Amazing, yeah.
Amazing. It's an experience for that pizza. You got to try Roman style pizza from him. Well, anyway, I think I might have talked about it earlier, but him and my boy Bootleg Kev. If anybody's into hip hop, Bootleg Kev's one of the top 5 like podcast guys. He's also syndicated around the country in his show, and he's from Phoenix, but you know he's got syndicated shows in LA on the major stations, Vegas, Tampa, et cetera, Bay Area, like Seattle, all sorts of stuff, right? And that's my boy from back in the day out here. And so they linked up and are doing a pizza spot in LA, and it's going to be called What Up Dough. And they're going to flip the hip hop into it. In fact, they have a Biggie Smalls pizza.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's dope.
So it's like going to be like this Italian meat, like East Coast, whatever else. This is what we're going to call the Biggie Smalls.
There you go.
Stuff. And so they're going to do a pop, different things like that. So man, I might just go down for the opening, like because they get down. Honestly, Justin is a whiz. I think he makes one of the best pizzas ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
His New York style pizza is really good too.
He does New York, Detroit, Roman, and then also the Woodfire.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's dope.
So
Dope.
we're out. So that was my weekend, and that was my what we're gonna do in a few weeks.
There you go. Dope.
What about you? How was your weekend?
Man, my weekend was actually pretty good. I had my daughter come in from LA. She's doing.
Baby J?
Yeah, baby J came in this weekend. So
Shout out to Baby
Yeah,
J.
exactly.
So my house was kind of full. I had my future brother-in-law. He came in from Indiana to down here for his birthday. He stayed down there for 10 days. Just wanted to get out of the cold weather down there and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. On Friday, I had my son, my daughter, myself, my girl, her brother. All we all hung out. We went over to Murphy's first.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. I gotta ask you this real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead.
How is your daughter and your girl's relationship?
Amazing, bro.
And can we clap that up?
Yeah,
Hey, can we clap that, please?
Amazing. They actually get along so well, and like I said, they vibe.
Bro, your heart must be full.
Oh, you guys know, like,
your family.
people, people don't know, my family situation going, back and forth like that. So, for my daughter and my girl to get along, it has me over the moon. Like I said, and just it was crazy. I've had a lot of great moments in my life, but it was a great moment to have like everybody just sitting at the bar together, and it was just everybody was smiling, laughing, having drinks, stuff like that. It was just one of them things. I'm a family man through and through. You know what I'm saying? That's just who I am.
And let me add, you got some amazing kids.
Yeah.
Amazing kids.
Yeah, I mean, and they've gone through this shit, you know what I'm saying? It's, both me and their mom, have put themselves, but they also put themselves through shit.
Well, here's the thing, though. You and her mom are some strong-ass personalities.
Yeah. I mean, we
Word on that one.
yeah. I mean, we're two, and that's the thing, I love my, she's my baby mama. I will always love my baby mama.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
of course.
My ex-wife. She was a rider. You know what I'm saying? She was with me when, man, I ain't have a fucking pot to piss in the window and throw it out of her. You know what I'm saying? And I always take my hat off to her. But, we are two alphas. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you, and how I am, you is a hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? You got to have an alpha and you got to, you got the rest. So basically,
That's why it's good for Nick and Ariel, because Ariel's the alpha. And
yeah,
Nick's fine with it.
Hey. If I'm wearing sunglasses next week, don't ask me to take them off. I don't want to explain.
It's because she told you to wear them.
She only had to tell me once, though.
But yeah, man. Like I said, it was great, man. Like I said, we were just all hanging out, just laughing and stuff like that. And she spent the weekend here, and it was so good because. Even though she had her little dog, and then my girl has her little dog, and they all got along too. So
that's what's up.
Yeah, it was kind of cool and stuff like that. Hung out in the jacuzzi and stuff like that, and she had her friends over there. She just needed to, kind of get out of LA. She's going through a little bit of a breakup and stuff like that. But
Breakup?
Yeah.
No, for real?
Yeah. But cats get big heads. To get that NIL money, they get big heads. I tell her stop leaving them athletes alone, but the kids tell you.
Kids these days.
Yeah, you tell them not to do something, they do it anyway. But anyway, that being said.
Hey, do you think they're done for?
Yeah, they're done.
For real? Like,
Yeah. One thing about I got to give to my Jordan is she's hard-hitted, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad.
Well, it's bad when it's towards you.
Yes. But when it's towards somebody else, it's always good.
That's my baby girl.
Yeah. So, but, she definitely is going through it, but she's sticking to her guns, and I'm proud of her. You know what I'm saying? That's that.
You know your worth.
Yeah. She knows her worth, and you know what I'm saying. And I keep telling her, I've given her examples of what I've gone through and how hard it was for me to get through it, and it was brutal, bro. I mean, a breakup is brutal. I don't get when you love somebody, and you invest that much time and energy in someone, and you break and you pull apart. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys exchange energy. People don't realize is you exchange energy with your partner. You know what I'm saying? And you guys start.
We're made from energy.
Yeah. And so, we started to grow. We started to grow together, and when you break that shit apart, it's fucking you're tearing away a piece of your body. You know what I'm saying too. So that's why we all, when we move on into these different relationships, we all got scars coming from other relationships, and it sucks. But it's the way of life. But it normally on both sides and stuff like that, unless you find your girl fucking out of high school and shit, and you with her forever. But that's very rarely and stuff like that. And, I was one of them people who I thought was going to be married forever. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a previous generation thing. I'm not sure, like our generation and above, that there's too many.
Hey, the swipe left generation, no shot.
It's more of a rarity where I think in the past it was more the norm. Like I look at my parents; they've been married over 50 years. My aunt and uncle pushing 50 years. My other aunt and uncle's been married. Like all of my family, like they all stayed together, all married. Very little divorce in my family. But nowadays, it's like people can't even date someone for longer than 6 months.
Right.
It's like, oh, I gotta get back out there. I gotta do something. This is killing me. And
I deserve better.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Everybody thinks.
Can I say this real quick?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks the same way they do when they go to a job interview. Like, oh, you know what? I don't have that skill set, but I deserve more money. I deserve this. I deserve all these days off.
Right.
Like, I think they treat like relationships like a job now.
Right. Well, I mean, the benefit for me is, okay, and I'm just gonna put my business out in the street is like, far as like when I was married is we just grew apart. You know what I'm saying? We were with each other when we were kids. I mean, we were 17, 18 years old, and as we got older, like anybody, is you have different interests. You know, you fucking go to college. You think you're going to college for a certain curriculum or a certain degree, and you end up fucking leaving, and you got a whole different major. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everything that I went through because it teaches me in my relationship that I have now that what I really want. You know what I'm saying? The relationship that I have now, I didn't think it was possible. And me and her vibe on a whole different level, which is crazier than shit. You know what I'm saying? But I always thought what I have now was a fairy tale. I always tried to force it with all my other girls, but with me and her, it comes fucking naturally, and I love it, and that's why I think that's why I think we work so good, and that's why I think my kids see how happy I am, stuff like that. It's not fake. You know, they're okay with.
And she's a little bit older than your kids, right? I mean,
Yeah. No, the real talk. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I
what
think
makes
your
sense.
daughter liked her because this girlfriend, she didn't have to change her diapers.
Oh, wow. Man, who?
Shout out to Baby J.
But no, it's so it's a whole different vibe right now, and like I said, is I'm happy. Like you said, my heart is definitely full.
I can tell the way you were talking about that. I mean, honestly, I know you always were the one to say all the kind words with the energy like that, so I got to reciprocate, you know. But when you said that, you're like, man, we're sitting here in this. I could just hear it in your voice, man. Like especially, man, come on, I can picture Devon and Baby J and Bree and her brother, whatever. And man, you sitting there. That's what life's about.
Yeah, and it's funny, my son is he has his outer shell, but he's a big softie, and so he likes to banter back and forth and stuff like that. And him and Bree do it all the time, but they both generally like her, and I can appreciate that.
That's awesome. Can I tell you something real quick? We had a conversation with one of our other boys that we all go way back with, is Ken.
Right.
And I'm like, man, it's interesting. We were talking about, like, actually this morning, you called me about something. So we were just talking about life for a second, and I'm like, man, it's kind of crazy because you very so considering I moved here, didn't know y'all, then met y'all in like the late 90s, right? Now we're running almost like 25, 30 years, deep almost. And the crazy thing is, Ken, you, me, we have kids all the same age, like in the same group. So Ash, Jordan, between Jordan and Devon, and then for Ken, Brooke, right? And what's crazy is, and even Blake, within the year or two, everybody. And you look at all these kids, right? And you sit there and you go, how could, and I mean, I'm going to be just joking or whatever else, but how can knuckleheads like us, with our agendas, and whatever those agendas were and how we were at 24, 25, 26, right? How are our kids these ages now? And they are so much different than us. You know what I mean? Like truthfully.
I know, but I think this is the way we were raised, bro. I mean, the way we were brought up. Yeah. We were brought up in a different culture. We didn't have social media. We didn't have access to the things that they do, and times are changing fucking by the year. It's no longer by decades or a generation. It's fucking by the year. It changes.
Let me ask you this, okay? 22, 23, 24, right? And I know you were playing ball.
Yeah.
But who had their shit together more? Us or our kids?
Oh, definitely us. I mean, you got to understand. And again, I'm putting my business out on the street. At one time, and you can ask my ex-wife, I had her, I had my son at the time. It was a baby. I just moved, and I had a 2-bedroom apartment. I was in college. I had her mom and her brother all under one roof, and I had 3 cars.
So I'm gonna say,
and I worked 3 jobs.
So I'm gonna say this. Let me rephrase.
And played ball.
I'm gonna rephrase that because I think if you look at them at 20, 22, 23, 24,
right?
I actually think in certain ways they look more polished than us.
No, here's the thing: is
I think we hustled harder.
We
hustled harder.
Actually, and this I get mad at them sometimes.
We were grimier.
I get mad at them sometimes because I feel in this day and age, they had more advantages than we did. Bro, if I had the social media that they did when they coming up, holy shit.
We've been talking about 20 kids.
I mean,
can we call that up? Come on.
No, for sure. But no, it's like the reach that these kids have I couldn't even imagine being able to have the type of reach, the type of, how, followers make it. Oh, shit, dude, I would have killed it back then. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying is so.
But also let me flip this too, because it seems like the powers that be. I'm a conspiracy compared to coincidence theorist, but it's like a lot of the shit that's so popular now is corny in our generation.
Yeah, but here's my thing is
All I gotta say is one word: glee.
but I feel like and able to have the stuff that they have now, they had to soften folks up because some fact they couldn't give cats like me the weapons that they have now. I call them weapons because the technology you can use for a weapon. And the weapons and the outlets that they have now, it is no way in the world I would have not been more successful than I am right now if I had those kind of weapons. It is no way. I would have. It would have been unfair.
But let me say this: I'm gonna counterpoint that. I mean, I probably agree with you, but will we lose some of our drive if shit comes easy?
I don't think we're going to lose our drive. It would have been.
Or would we ended up in jail for some of the shit we did that would have been on camera when it wasn't on camera?
You know what? You know what, Nick? You are correct. It's like some of the shit that we did was kind of suspect back today, and been on TMZ or some shit like that.
Downright felonies. What are you talking about?
I know, right?
Oh well, in today's age, I mean, but back then, what they weren't,
No. That's what I'm getting at. We got away. So that's what I'm saying. The counterbalance is yes, we got away with a lot more shit that didn't get recorded, and that would have maybe fucked things up. But I'm trying to tell you is,
we ain't no criminals.
I would have taken that.
Pause.
Take that.
We're gonna get to that in a minute, but I would have listen. I would have taken that advantage.
Oh, okay.
I would have taken that advantage that they have now over what we had when we growing up. I'm just trying to tell you.
Hey, real quick, I went to so speaking of like crime and shit, I went to Kohl's.
That's awesome. Great job.
This past week, and I'm in there paying for my shit, and there's
this
crackhead ass lady with like a big cart behind her, wheels it right out the fucking door and throws it in the back of a truck and drives off.
Right.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, that's the third time this week." And
but you know why? You know why they can do that? Because they are taught not to.
They can't. It's
against
their
the
company policy
not to
that
chase.
they can't chase them.
Yeah.
They can't even go out and try to get their license plate. They're not allowed to leave the store. All they can say is, "Ma'am, you have to pay for that." And she just walked right out the door and threw it in the back of a truck. So the crazy part, the next day I went to a different Kohl's.
Right.
And the lady in there
stock Kohl's?
No, they have a sale going on. I was just looking for a couple things, but the lady in that store was like, "Yeah, you should have saw last night. These people came in and just this guy came in and he was like in a wheelchair wheeling himself around. He loaded clothes on his lap and just wheeled right out the front door in a wheelchair. And they can't do anything." I'm like, man,
I'd have liked to at least trip them and push them.
That's why a lot of these stores are going to go out of business, man.
Sounds like
all this stuff walking out the front door.
Oh shit, we'll talk about that in a second. Hey, I got another crazy story, and let's talk later. But let's bring in Vallejo afterwards. So real quick, I forgot about this. This is not planned. So I have to because my mom doesn't drive.
Right.
So I always have to take her like to Costco, to mail, or bank.
Right.
Errands like twice a week.
Yeah, I got you.
Especially now I'm not even close.
Right.
So we're driving in my car. And I just picked her up, and I had my phone in my hand driving, right? But it's in my right hand, I'm just holding it. And some fucking biker dude pulling up on a 3-wheel bike, which I ride a 3-wheel bike, but he pulls up on a 3-wheel bike.
That asshole trying to be like you, bitch.
He's all beep, 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 on his horn and shit, revving. Fucking put your fucking phone down, motherfucker! Like all yelling, and I'm like. And I'm thinking, I got a flat tire. I'm like, what are you talking about? I got my phone in my hand, and he's all screaming at me. And finally, I figure out what the fuck he's saying. He takes off. And so, me for a second. Yeah. So my mom's in the car. My mom's 74 years old, right?
I know. You got to catch yourself.
So I sit there and I go, fuck this motherfucker. So I pull up and I finally catch up to the light. I go, what'd you say, bitch ass motherfucker? What'd you say? Like, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
The old me came out, right? Sorry, 10 and 10. I'm normally a lot more calm.
Hey, and then I heard Mrs. Mom pulled out the gat and
Vallejo,
bitch.
So, hey, pretty similar.
Hey.
So he turns, starts saying, fuck this. I go, fuck you. We start a bunch of fuck yous. Your phone. Blah, blah, blah. My mom pulls out her fucking, old ass fucking, what's it called? The prepaid phone with the fucking, so I got my phone in my hand. And I'm like, Mom, calm the fuck down. And she's like screaming at the motherfucker. You know, like, and I'm like, oh my God, like, and I'm still like in my own zone. I'm like, hold on, calm down. No, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker. Like, you know. And then so I pull up to him, I flip him off, I go, pull over. Like I'm still like, and I sit there and I'm like mad as fuck, and I'm kind of laughing inside, and I'm like, what the fuck are you like? But then you know, but when I dropped my mom at the end of the day, I just had to give her a hug. And like you should see, we went and got a meal, and she's very religious. Doesn't know my mom. She's very religious. I seen her praying. We were praying before the meal, and she looks up. She's like, "I'm sorry," whatever. Like, you know, I can see it in her face. And I go, you know what? My mom has my motherfucking back. My mom has my fucking back.
Like this.
Listen,
Hey, the prayer's like this. Jesus, I'm sorry, but Vallejo, bitch.
hey.
You brought the Vallejo out of her.
That shit was crazy, bro. And then I'm starting to think, and I'm like, and you know, speaking.
Where you think you got it from, motherfucker?
I'm clap out. Let's clap on Mitch's mom.
And she's the one that sends prayer. Like, I'll be honest with you. She's got prayer cards out on all y'all. Like, hey, like 50 years they'll pray for you. I promise you. On you, on Ken, on Christy, on everybody. Like that's my mom. Like she is like, I prayed for them. Like if I ever share anything with her, and anybody's struggling, so I said, you know, whatever. She's like, any of my friends, she doesn't even know them if they pass. She says 9 days of rosaries for them. I promise you. Damn. So to see my mom go like super psycho on somebody for a second, I'm like, thank God, religiously thank God that dude didn't say or do anything, because the next thing you know, 2 on the 10 is going to be bailing me out. Right. You know,
but we have the video of Mitch and his mom just stomping the floor.
Oh, and I'll tell you. Like, so I honestly had to keep, that's a real moment right there. I was like, what? And I had so much confusion, because I'm like, hold on, calm down. Like, you don't be doing this. And I'm sitting over here and I'm like, and then I know she doesn't need to see me acting like that.
Right.
And then you realize how old you are, how old she is, how old this dude is. I'm like, what the fuck is this? We're in the Matrix right now. I'll just say that, man. But I had to share that because we got to keep it 1,000 on the 2 on the 10.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So speaking of Vallejo.
Yeah. You know, Vallejo, California, bro, they wilding everywhere. We're going to touch on this real quick. All right. Vallejo, y'all got to calm down. All right, man. So there was a story out of Vallejo, California. This man, he's got a white truck, right? I'm sure he pulled up just to get something from 7-Eleven, and a mob of kids just descended on the fucking car. They descended on the truck.
Now, you sound like ants and bees or something. Like
no, but that's what they swarmed on the motherfucking car. If you look at the video, go and Google it. If you look at it, they swarmed on the dude's car. They were jumping on his car, kicking out his window.
They took the baby seat out and started busting it on film.
Yes. And then, I mean, the guy was so scared he jumps out of the car. Now, what I would have done, if there was nobody in front, I would have tried not to run nobody over. I would have just hit the gas and been bounced. You know what I'm saying? But of course,
him and Reginald Denny, I learned just run motherfuckers over.
Yeah. You know? So exactly. But he, in turn, decided he wanted to run into the 7-Eleven. He called the police, and of course, Vallejo police, came promptly, 45 minutes later. But by that time, they didn't rush into 7-Eleven, shot the motherfucker up, and then looted the bitch.
Looted the 7-Eleven and burned his truck. Which was a beautiful fucking 4-bar, like $100,000 truck.
Yeah.
$80,000 truck.
First of all.
And they destroyed the baby seat. Come on, man.
First of all, is what the fuck are y'all doing, man? Like, come on. Y'all gotta get your shit together out there, man. You got those community vibes out there. Y'all old heads out there need to fucking get together and figure it out. I know y'all wild back in the day, but that shit.
Well, hey, thank you for saying that, because first of all, me and all my boys back home, because that is my hometown, Vallejo, California, a population of 116,000. Mm-hmm. Put that in perspective, 116,000. But every time shit comes out in the news, it sounds like it's super big city, And what's crazy is
you got the cops fucking leaving the force because they don't want to fucking police the shit.
And they won't pay them enough. What's crazy is too, and you got a lot of dirty cops there. That Vallejo per capita has more cop shootings than most places in the country.
That's crazy.
The cops killed a dude that was passed out at Taco Bell.
That's insane.
And I mean, don't worry, he had a gun in the car, but they had 10 people waiting, and as soon as they woke him up, they said he reached for the gun. They all started unloading on him.
That's crazy.
It's like, come on, bro. There's got to be a better way to do this shit. Wait it out,
Yeah.
But they're like, fuck it, we got an hour, we'll kill him, But for the record, I don't know if I said this on the air before.
Yeah.
But allegedly, the chief of police for Vallejo, allegedly, I played soccer with him when we were kids, and I allegedly beat his ass before. I mean, allegedly. So anyway, with that said, Vallejo should have 140 officers.
They only got 80, right?
80.
Fucking crazy.
And it's so fucking sad to hear that gentleman, like hard working. You could know he was wearing his like I think the orange work shirt.
Work shirt, yeah.
Yeah, he has his kid's baby seat, like worker. Like I don't know what. First of all, let me put some perspective in it. They did a sideshow, and I don't know, and it's a Bay Area thing. The sideshow. My girl Chris goes, "What's a sideshow? Never heard of that." So Oakland started sideshows, and then Vallejo and the whole Bay takes on. It's when everybody ghost wides their whip. They spin out and do donuts, and you do it in the middle of the freaking
Yeah, they
street.
take over like the intersection.
Yeah, just the bridge. They take over the bridge. They don't give a fuck. They took over Springs Road, which is the main street of like it used to be the Cruise back in my day, and they took the main street on a Sunday afternoon, and they're spinning around, and maybe that dude was honking or whatever he was doing, but the mob just went over and started, And the crazy thing is that's the main 7-Eleven, the main 7-Eleven on the strip. So they said fuck, and cops didn't show up for 45 minutes. Like, well, that guy got chased in there, called the police, and if you hear the videos begging for like help me, blah blah blah, and they destroy his truck, pull out the baby seat and destroy it. They're all laughing. I mean, and what's crazy, I just wanted to put, because one of my boys back home, shout out to my boy R.D. Raj, you guys met him before. We were talking about this, and I just want to get the quote from him, because we were talking about just, what goes on in Vallejo. And one of the things he said to me, which is just crazy, he goes, these youngsters in the V are worse than us when we were on those streets. They stabbed you too. And I heard stabbed or shot. And we talked back and forth. Like, we're like, bro. And the one thing I said is the difference between them and us, and we were punk ass kids, no better, no guidance, trauma, whatever, but no excuses. We had souls.
Yeah, right.
We feared God.
Right.
We feared God.
But these motherfuckers are lawless.
And that's what happens. I truly believe. I know one of the Wu-Tang members said the same shit. When you don't have a fear for God, they pull God out of the schools. And I'll be honest, the conspiracy person in me, the coincidence theorist and a lot of y'all that disagree, whatever. When you pull God out of schools and you pull like responsibility and accountability, guess what? What do you think's going to happen over those 20 years since you did that, right? And the funny thing is you got to ask yourself, what's the game plan here? So you're going to pull God out of schools and prayer and all this other stuff, right? But you're still going to leave in God we trust on the back of your fucking dollar.
So it's erosion. It's erosion of your morals.
Oh, well, yeah, exactly. And then the next question I got is, what God are we talking about on the back of the dollar?
Oh, here we go.
And I'm saying, hey, what God are we talking about? Because I swear on the back, if you look at the back of the fucking dollar, well, between the pyramid, the eye, the hidden owl, and all the other bullshit, what God does that believe in?
Here we go.
What God does that believe in?
Woo! All right. We got to move on. on that note, we got to move on, baby. Hey, we got some Diddy news, baby.
Did he or didn't he?
Didn't he or didn't he? Hey, listen, I know, been a couple weeks since we came with some Diddy news, but we got some good juice. Nicodemus, what we got, baby?
What's a fool's name? You got his name.
Oh, yeah.
Little.
His name is, what was his name? His former producer.
I
think it's Jones or something.
Rodney Jones.
Yeah, Rodney Jones. Yeah, Rodney Jones.
Little Rod.
Jones.
Yeah. So this
He put a lawsuit against Diddy with some explosive allegations and materials, allegedly. Supposedly has video of Diddy and a bunch of his associates involved in illicit behavior, including sexual assault and other assaults. He accuses Diddy of groping his, his underregion.
his man part.
He accuses Cuba Gooding Jr.
Watching or something. Yeah.
of groping him at one of Diddy's parties, accusing Diddy of throwing parties.
Eat first.
Accuses Diddy of throwing these parties for with underage girls with drugs and drugging them and getting them drunk, and also
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I had a friend that was at those parties, and he said Diddy used to have the fucking super extra strength Molly in his fucking pinky ring and whatever, wanted everybody to snort it.
Yeah, and then supposedly he was Diddy was trying to groom him to engage in sex with producer Stevie J. He has footage of the rapper.
Trying to say Stevie J was involved too?
He says he has footage of a rapper and R&B singer with underage girls and sex workers. He's got hundreds of hours of footage. I guess when he worked for Diddy, Diddy wanted him to record everything all the time. So this guy
Nick,
also
you should have worked for Diddy.
also supposedly Diddy has hidden cameras throughout his whole house. And a lot of people are saying that maybe Diddy, the reason he's never got in trouble for anything is that maybe he's working for.
Well, people are saying like, yeah,
Maybe
he's
he's an
fed back,
informant, and that he's got all the dirt on all these famous celebrity people
kind of like Epstein.
to get him to do what they want him
They're
to do.
almost
Yep.
saying like an Epstein.
He's like a black Epstein.
Why you got to be black?
That's what he is.
What's wrong with you?
He also has footage of Diddy's son drugging and sexually assaulting a woman, allegedly, of course. And just a ton of other stuff. He also says that there was a shooting that happened in L.A. in a studio bathroom that Diddy made him tell everybody that he wasn't involved and that it was actually a drive-by, and told everybody that the shooting actually happened outside, even though the guy had pictures and video from inside the bathroom where the shooting took place with the blood and everything. And the police investigated and then just left and didn't basically make any arrests or do anything. They just took the word that it was a drive-by because that's what everybody was saying. And yeah, just crazy. Like if a quarter of what's in this allegation is true,
1% when
I mean, it's borderlines like RICO charges.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Okay, so I also read the guy was 2 weeks before this lawsuit came out. He was trying to do a GoFundMe, right? So
And his GoFundMe was to no, he didn't mention any of the assault or anything.
Yes.
Because he's claiming Diddy hasn't paid him also.
So here's what I'm saying. Dude's down, hard on his luck. He already seen Cassie just got paid, right? So what's a good way to come out and say it? It goes back. We talked about this on.
we've been on top of this whole thing.
Yeah, we were talking about this on 2 or 3 episodes. No, maybe 5 episodes back. I said before, there's a fine line when it comes to lawsuits, okay? They always tell you, even if you didn't do anything wrong, it's cheaper to settle, okay? The problem is when you do that is you signal to other people that there's blood in the water and you're willing to give up money. And of course, they're going to come up with these allegations, whether they're true or not.
This guy supposedly has receipts though, and the video to prove it. So now none of us have seen it. There was some screenshots of pictures and things of some questionable stuff, but
Yeah, but did it have Puff Daddy's face in it?
you know,
That's what I'm saying. And I mean, a prominent rapper got fucking pulled into this. He's been fucking going around to all the podcasts and talk shows and whoever will
The one
listen.
from Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Are we talking Will Smith?
No.
That would make sense. No.
We're talking about Meek Mill, you know what I'm saying?
and also a Super Bowl performer. I heard.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, Meek Mill's up here, rolling around talking about, it wasn't me. I'm not gay.
And let me just say this.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Meek Mill had one of the biggest hip hop urban anthems ever. We had 2. I'm a Boss, and then the one Dreams and Nightmares that the Eagles used to run with, right when they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I just got to think to myself, I will never look at that song the same again. If
Why's
you've
that?
ever been in an urban club and I used to run like this, done like this, they always cut the volume and everybody says it word for word.
Yeah.
I did a song with Mariah, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And then they come in with the, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought we was finished? Hey, and now all I can think about when I hear that song is Diddy saying that to him when he's
Oh, my God.
Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished?
Hey, and isn't it weird? Like Diddy's catchphrase that he's known for is "take that, take that, take that."
Right.
In all the songs, like who's taking what and who's he giving it to?
What's the name of his company? Bad Boy.
I don't know. Here's the thing. Okay, I always say where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm playing the other side of it. I'm just saying is I knew that was coming. He opened himself up. Once he settled, people were like, "Oh, I can go." It's a money grab at this point.
Hey, well,
Regardless.
also I will say in the news, one of the women involved in the 1999 club shooting that Shine took the fall for.
Yep.
The lady got shot in the face.
Yep.
She came out and said that, and she's, I guess, said this from the beginning, that it wasn't Shine, it was actually Diddy that shot her in the face.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
So, and she's
That was
come
the whole
out
time
and,
for the
yeah.
lawsuit.
And that was,
And she's been
Jennifer
saying that for
Lopez.
And that's
Jennifer
what Lopez
Lopez
said, I'm out.
Yeah, she was like, I ain't with.
Hey, and she, at one point she's like, I'm real. Then she's like, I'm out.
I wonder if Diddy has video with her like he does with Cassie, you know? That'd be interesting.
Oh, well, not all that.
I don't think. See, I don't think J-Lo go that far though. Latinas don't fuck around like that. Trust me, I done.
Hey, well, if you ever heard, what's his name, Jamie Foxx, she went from hey-ho to J-Lo.
Hey, she's
When
still-
she was on
hey,
The Living
but-
Color?
But I got to remind everybody, she's still just Jenny from the block.
Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, when you open yourself up, when you decide to settle, I think as far as the Cassie thing, she might have had some shit on him.
Well, I'm just saying,
This one, he better have receipts, or he's gonna get fucking
I'm gonna remind
murdered.
people that haven't watched every show because I've had my same stance the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, Diddy, first of all, in Superhead's book,
Oh, Superhead's book, she said Diddy
Yeah.
fucking. It was
Brought
her
them-
an exhibit.
They went to a gay club in
party.
Miami.
They went to a party and they fucking.
they started like, "Where are all these dudes roller skating with their shirts off?" You know?
Yeah. So I mean, that was in the
That's
book.
one part. Yeah, okay.
That was definitely in the book. That was.
All you have to do is again look at the Kevin Hart interview where he's at a party with Diddy and Usher, and it's like, and he sits there and he goes, and they're all drunk as shit, and he's interviewing him. It's on YouTube still, so check it out. And he goes to Diddy and them, and Diddy goes, "Well, see, this is my brother. This is my little brother Usher. We used to wake up in the morning together in the bed." And then we'd wrestle over the frosted flakes. And Kevin Hart's, what the fuck? And then Diddy's all, pause. You know, like, because pause did come from Harlem, you know. Shout out Dame Dash and them. But yeah, like, so I'm sitting there, and I used to hear, I told you before, I used to hear rumors in Usher. First of all, even Howard Stern had Usher on the show and goes, so what were the parties like at Diddy's? How old were you? I was 13 and whatever. Like,
I mean, Justin Bieber. That's what I was saying. Justin Bieber.
him and Nick Cannon.
Yeah, having issues. You know.
They all went to Diddy camp.
You know, but they. I mean, they're
All
the
right, if
same.
you got kids, would you send them to Diddy camp?
They call it diddly.
Hey, would you send your kid to Diddy camp?
Here's the thing. What I'm saying is, what you know now.
Would you send your kids to Diddy camp, or would you send them to Neverland Ranch with Michael Jackson? If you had to choose.
Wow.
You got one or the other.
I'll go Michael Jackson.
Really? Fuck that.
I don't know if he did all the shit he said.
Yeah.
I sent him.
That'd be a whole nother episode, talk about the whole reason they took Michael Jackson down was because he started buying all his masters and buying other people's shit and taking over, and the music industry did not like what he was doing.
And he started talking. Hey, if you think about it, he started speaking in codes.
Yeah.
You know, the man in the mirror, black or white. Also, they don't give a fuck about us.
Yeah.
So Mike wasn't final in these movies?
There's nothing proven.
Him and Macaulay Culkin wasn't sleeping.
Nothing proven.
There's also alleged that Mike died shortly before the Pepsi incident, and that's why they had to catch his on fire so that his face could be different because they had to bring a lookalike in.
So the whole time, but that was at 84 that he got that.
No, that was 79. Supposedly, I watched an interview.
So that was the
Said
fake
that-
Michael the whole year?
He died in 79.
That's some bullshit, allowed.
And in Vegas with I forget some famous old actress. So in Vegas, that was right before
It is no.
Vegas.
First of all, it is no.
Elvis had died the year before.
Nah,
and
it
they
is.
didn't want to risk it, and so the industry came. They went to the Jackson family and said, "Hey, look, we're going to bring somebody in," and that's why they had the burn thing with the Pepsi video, and then Mike disappeared for a long time after that.
It is no way that that whole family kept that shit.
Hey, I mean, there's rumors that you heard the rumors about the Beatles. With
Paul
John,
McCartney. Paul McCartney.
Yep, and then
Paul's dead on the.
and then you also have the rumor about Britney and Justin Timberlake dying in a crash.
Yep. It's gonna be me.
So there's a lot of crazy.
But let me say this
lot.
real quick.
Hell of a lot.
All I gotta say this: did Michael Jackson get a nose job?
Of course he did.
Okay, I mean at least right
Yeah.
because off the wall
That
nose.
motherfucker was fucking
I
pointy.
mean, his face didn't look like anything like when he was. I mean, if you took a picture from when he was in, let's say,
but that's a
70s
surgery.
to like the 2000s.
Hey, exactly. If you go from what's it called? I want to rock with you to You Are Not Alone.
Doesn't look like the same person.
Listen, I'm only believing in that shit if Janet comes out and says that wasn't my brother.
They look alike. Yeah. So does Tito. So does what's her name, Latoya.
That's what I'm saying. Mike ain't died, bro. I love how we do it. All right, look. We actually have come to the end of the show. The shitty part about this is, unless we can do it quick.
Quick thoughts.
We do it quick. Thoughts of the day. It's got to be super quick. All right, let's go.
Go Nick.
All right, Nick.
My thought of the day is go out this weekend, have some fun, do something you've never done before, and make sure you try one of the restaurants that we recommended.
Yes, do that.
Let them know that 2 on the 10 sent you.
Yes.
Enjoy one of the restaurants that we talk about on this show, and then comment on the video. Let us know which one you visited.
There you go. Boom. Mitchell, what you got?
My thought of the day is actually, if you follow 2 on the 10 podcast, make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your mammy. Make sure, you let them know that, we got a good show going on. And, so that's my thought of the day.
Thought of the day. I love it. Hey, listen, the thoughts and stuff that are expressed on the show is ours alone. All right?
Yep.
And take them how you will. They may be true. They may not be. But guess what? That's 2 on the 10. And we out, baby. Come on.